One of the greatest lies that you can believe about yourself is that you aren't enough. It's because you are you and there is no one like you. Yes, people can imitate, people can copy, but the truth of the matter is no one is you, and that is your superpower. I love that quote. Like, no one is you, and that is your superpower, because God designed and handcrafted you specifically the way that you are for a reason. And you have to tap into that reason. This is for the girls who This is for the lady What's up, girl? Welcome back to my new series, Starting Over in My 30s, where we are being totally delulu, bold, and confident in who we are and what we have to bring to the table, and just going after our dreams unapologetically and delusionally, because we are walking by faith and not by sight. Period. So, so if you have anxiety, if you're an overthinker, if you are a recovering perfectionist like me, I highly encourage you to start going on nature walks, especially when you're in moments where you're having anxiety or stressed out or feeling depressed. Go outside, get some sunlight, go for a walk in nature, go to the park in your community, wherever. Just go walking or running if that's your thing. And like, nature is very healing, and that's one of the places where you can find God, is in nature. And so today God deposited a little nugget, and I'm like, ooh, I really think I should share this with my people. And so I'm sharing it. Okay, so you ready for this thought? You ready for this little nugget? This little nuggy? Here it is. One of the greatest lies that you can believe about yourself is that you aren't enough. That you aren't enough, that you don't have anything valuable to share with the world, that your story doesn't matter, your voice doesn't matter, your ideas doesn't matter, that you don't matter or you aren't enough. That is one of the biggest lies that you can believe about yourself, and it's one of the greatest lies that the enemy uses to keep us bound in fear, bound in self-doubt, bound in depression, bound in anxiety, bound in stress, bound in this cycle of not doing what God has called us to do, or not doing what we know in our hearts we should be doing. And that hit me today on my walk, and I'm like, damn, that is one of the greatest lies that has silenced me. And y'all, so I'm gonna be completely honest, like, I grew my TikTok account to 10K followers, right? And for some reason, I stopped. I stopped creating consistently. I stopped posting content. And one of the reasons, because I was like, okay, having 10,000 followers doesn't mean I have $10,000 in my bank account. And where's the moolah? But also, there has been so many great creatives that have been birthed across social media platforms, and like, the content is there, people are killing it. And there was this little voice in my head that just kept saying, like, you aren't enough, or your creativity isn't enough, or your content isn't enough. No one cares what you have to say. No one cares about your content. And I would put stuff out here and there, and when it didn't perform well, it just kind of validated that voice in my head that kept telling me that I wasn't enough, or my content wasn't enough, or my creativity wasn't enough. And so I became stagnant. And that might be what you're experiencing as well. Like, you may feel like you aren't enough, or your ideas aren't enough, or your creativity isn't enough. And honestly, it's a lie. It's a trap. And it's only going to keep you, if we continue to walk in that lie, it's only going to keep you in a space of unfulfillment, unhappiness, anxiety, depression, stress, all of those things. Because I don't know about you, but when I'm not creating content, or like working on content, it kind of can trigger like depression for me, because creating is a form of it's a form of like release, a form of creating joy in your life. I don't know if that's how you feel, but that's how I feel. And so it's totally believing that you aren't enough. It's a lie, it's a trap. Because the truth is you do have something to offer this world. And I bet you have more than one thing to offer this world. I bet you have a multitude of things that you, if you really just sit and had a moment and did some self-reflecting, I bet you can come up with at least 5 to 10 things. 5 to 10 things that you have that you can offer the world or share with the world. Whether that's your story, whether that's your ideas, whether that's your creativity, whether that's your content, whether it's your voice, whether it's your style. There are so many things. But we get into this cycle of doubt and feeling like we don't matter. When the truth is we do. And it's not because you are the loudest or the most educated or the most creative, but it's simply because you are you. It's because you are you and there is no one like you. Yes, people can imitate, people can copy, but the truth of the matter is no one is you and that is your superpower. I love that quote. Like, no one is you and that is your superpower, because God designed and handcrafted you specifically the way that you are for a reason. And you have to tap into that reason. And that is why, and also that is why you are enough as you are. And so I'm not just talking to you, but I'm also talking to myself, because again, I just shared with y'all like how I was in this cycle of doubt and perfectionism and all of the things. And I'm still in a place, like I said, I'm still in a place of like, this is not it. And it's not it. It's because one of the reasons it's not it is because I'm not showing up consistently. I was going to say authentically, but I am showing up authentically. I'm just not doing it consistently. And that's because of the cycle of, oh, no one's going to care, or my content don't matter, or it's not going to perform well, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, sis, no, just no. There was a point in time where I stopped showing up online because I thought like, and I kept thinking like, what's the point? Like, I can't compete. I don't compare. I felt like I wasn't building fast enough. And even in this moment of starting over, I'm like, there are moments where I get discouraged because I'm like, dang, like this is going to take a long time. Like I'm not going to build fast enough. Like, and honestly, when you think about it, the time is going to pass regardless. Whether you decide to show up or not, the time is still going to pass. So why not just show up and keep going and be consistent? That's what I'm on, and I hope that you're inspired to be on that as well, because there is so much more to life than the darkness that we experience because of the thoughts that race in our mind. And I'm about to go on a tangent. So I don't know. Something something has definitely shifted in me, and it I think the moment that catapulted me into this, I don't know, shift, it did start with the layoff. Like about a year ago, I found out that I was losing my job. And y'all, for the entire year, like I've applied for jobs and pitched for opportunities and things of that nature. And probably like a month or so ago, it just hit me like, it just hit me like, sis, why don't you create your own lane? Like, stop begging to sit at other people's tables and build your own table, create your own lane, build your own wave. And that could be scary because again, we constantly think like, who's gonna care? Or I'm not enough. And it's like, girl, if God gave you the idea, then it's enough. If you're here today, then you're enough. Like, it's enough. So just get started. And I'm just like, I'm in a space that some people is, you got people that do have a job that hate their job and want something else. And then you got me over here, or other people who don't have a job or are laid off, trying to find a work and wishing they had a job. And I'm like, Marky, you have an opportunity that a lot of people don't have. And that is the opportunity to create your own lane, create your own wave, and build something for you and by you. And so that's where I'm at with it. And that's why I'm like, okay, let's start from the top. And I want to also give old dreams a try. And I want to give old dreams a try, because I constantly think about those dreams still. And it's like, maybe God created this opportunity for you to pursue those dreams and ideas. And what you do with your time is up to you. And so I want to start using this time wisely and build the dreams and the life that I keep thinking about for myself. So if you're watching this and you've been questioning your voice, you've been questioning your purpose, you've been questioning your creativity, your content, your business ideas, your visibility, your value, let this be your confirmation, your sign that please look at me. Let this be your sign and your confirmation that you are enough. You have what it takes. You are already enough. That what you desire to do is possible. But you got to get started. You have to take the first step. I was reading, I can't remember what passion it was during my prayer and reading time with the Lord. And y'all know when Jesus was like, your faith has made you whole, your faith has healed you. And I think it was the passage where they opened the roof and dropped the man down so that God can heal him through the roof. And Jesus was like, your faith has healed you. And he said that multiple times to the people that got healed because they took action. And it's like, maybe you're not stuck. Maybe you just aren't operating in faith. You aren't taking leaps of faith. And it's not that you aren't stuck. I mean, it's not that you're stuck. It's that you aren't taking action. And God can't bless what you aren't doing. So in order for God to bless it, you have to move. You have to move your feet. You have to get started. And so maybe you aren't stuck, and maybe you aren't waiting for God. Maybe God is waiting for you to take that leap of faith and go for it. So go for it, girl. Because I know I am. And it's starting with posting this video, like posting my content and believing that it's going to work out, believing that something is going to shake for me. Man, believe that something is going to shake for you, because it will, but you got to move your feet. So let's move our feet together. Like, if this resonated with you, or if you felt this in any type of way, or if you needed to hear this, let's talk in the comments. Share with me in the comments, like, what are you inspired to do, or what did you get out of it? What did you get out of this video? So share with me in the comments below, and let's chit chat in the comments. And if you are on this journey, this self-love journey, this starting over journey, or this being the Lulu and just going for it, then subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on, so that you'll know when I post new content. And also follow me over on TikTok and Instagram. This is Marika's Catalog across the board. I do have an email newsletter that I want to get back into producing content for, but I'm not completely there yet. So just be on the lookout for that announcement as well, so that we can stay in touch via email as well. And if you know anyone who may need this video, then share it with them and encourage them to subscribe as well. All right, girl, I am wishing you what am I wishing you? I am just wishing that you courage, confidence, faith, joy, love, peace, wellness, all of the good things, all of the fruits of the spirit. And I hope that you find the courage to get started. All right, girl, talk soon. Peace.